Hello, everybody. This is Suzanne Gundersen from Screenwritenow, and I'm joined by Rachel Thomas. Rachel has willingly volunteered to participate in some sample round of energy tapping. So I know, Rachel, you've done a little bit of tapping with me before in a group format, but this is going to be a little bit different because it's one-on-one. So we'll be able to get in a little bit deeper, hopefully, as to clearing some of what may be having a lack of focus or some stress in your life, and be able to calm any nerves and get you on your rhythm and flow. So first, I just want to go over the tapping points. That way we're familiar with them. So I want you just to take two fingers, either hand, it doesn't matter. And if you grew your eyebrows together, that would be the first tapping point. And we just want to tap hard enough where you can actually hear a patting sound when you're tapping. And you want to tap about 5 to 10 times per point. And then you're going to tap on the side of the eye, right over here by your temple. And make sure to breathe when you're tapping. Yep. And then you're going to tap under your eye on the top of your cheekbone, hearing that patting sound. And then you're going to take all four fingers of one hand and just get a nice bounce between your collarbones. Yep. And then you're going to take one hand and squeeze the opposite wrist a couple times, maybe 3 or 4 times. And then just blow it out, wiggle your body a little bit. Yep. So that's the process. So how we actually effectively use that process to affect change and help us to de-stress. Well, I'm going to invite you right now to think of something that bothers you and just notice how it bothers you. So, if what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? That's always step number one of tapping, is find something that bothers you and notice how it bothers you. So do you have something?
Yes.
Okay, great. And step number two would be to give that experience that you're having an intensity number on a scale of 0 to 10. If 0 means it doesn't bother you and 10 means it really bothers you, what number would you give it?
8.
Okay, great. Because you definitely want to find something that's higher than a 6. And step number three is going to be to go to the part that stands out the most, the part that you're just like, oh, I just don't know if I like that part. That part's just kind of getting under my skin a little bit. We want to get, to the root of it. And how we do that is we go to the part that stands out the most, and we also go to the part that we can hear clearly, we can see clearly, we can feel the strongest. So whatever the strongest part is. And usually when we do that, that number gets a little bit higher. If not, it can stay the same. So you still have something that bothers you.
Yes.
Still an
Uh,
8.
it's probably like a 9. That's the
I
part that
know it's a
you don't
9.
get.
Okay, good, good, good. You're doing great. And then the step number 4 of tapping is while you're focused on that 9 and how you know it's a 9, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Just take your two fingers and start tapping between your eyebrows. Lift your chin up just a little bit. And I want you to say out loud, this thing that bothers me.
This thing that bothers me.
It really, really bothers me.
It really, really bothers me.
How it bothers me.
How it bothers me.
Why it bothers me.
Why it bothers me.
And then tap on the side of the eye. This thing that bothers me.
This thing that bothers me.
What it looks like.
What it looks like.
What it sounds like.
What it sounds like.
What it feels like.
What it feels like.
And then tap under the eye. This thing that bothers me.
This thing that bothers me.
Everyone that's involved.
Everyone that's involved.
What they said.
What they said.
What they did.
What they did.
What they didn't say.
What they didn't say.
What they didn't do.
What they didn't do.
I'm willing right now
I'm willing right now
to let a little bit of it go.
to let a little bit of it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
I deserve to let it go.
I deserve to let it go.
And then tap on your collarbones. This thing that bothers me.
This thing that bothers me.
No matter where it came from.
No matter where it came from.
Or what it means.
Or what it means.
I just let it all go.
I just let it all go.
And then tap between your eyes. Whatever's left.
Whatever's left.
Of this thing that bothered me.
Of this thing that bothered me.
I clear it.
I clear it.
From every cell of my body.
From every cell of my body.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
Because I deserve peace.
Because I deserve peace.
And then tap on the side of the eye. That thing that bothered me.
That thing that bothered me.
Just letting it go.
Just letting it go.
Every part of it.
Every part of it.
Clearing any resistance in the way of letting it go.
Clearing any resistance in the way of letting it go.
And then tap under the eye. I've let it go.
I've let it go.
All the parts of it.
All the parts of it.
Even the worst part.
Even the worst part.
Just letting it go.
Just letting it go.
And then tap on your collarbone. What it looked like.
What it looked like.
Just letting it go.
Just letting it go.
And then grab your wrist and squeeze it a couple times. Take a nice breath, blow it out, say the word clear.
Clear.
Now in your mind, go to a nice memory, something that feels really good. It could be anything. It could be a nice soft pillow. It could be a hot shower. It could be a last vacation you took before COVID. It could be anything. Can you feel really good in that good memory? Can you make it a 10 on a scale of 0 to 10? Can you make it really strong? Make it look brighter, make it sound more crisp. Step into your body in this wonderful memory. What number is it?
At 10.
Great. So just start tapping between your eyes and say, this is who I truly am.
This is who I truly am.
Naturally and easily.
Naturally and easily.
And then tap on the side of the eye. This wonderful feeling
This wonderful feeling
lives inside of me.
lives inside of me.
I create it.
I create it
Like I create all things.
like I create all things.
And then tap under the eye. And this is a good thing.
And this is a good thing.
It feels really good.
It feels really good.
And it's all mine.
And it's all mine.
And I can have it anytime I want.
And I can have it anytime I want.
And then tap on your collarbone. And it feels so good.
It feels so good.
All mine.
All mine.
Can have it anytime I want.
Have it anytime I want.
And then grab your wrist, squeeze it, take a nice breath, blow it out, say the word peace.
Peace.
Nice. Then go back to the thing that was bothering you. The thing was like a 8 or a 9. And what's different?
So thinking about it now, so I get nervous stomach when I think about things that make me nervous. And so the stomach is gone.
Oh, interesting.
Thinking about it.
Wow, great. So do you have more information now about maybe what stands out? Is there a certain number that's something that's still there that you notice?
There would probably be still a little bit of nerves in the situation,
Okay.
but that would be normal.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be normal not to be nervous.
Okay. All
So
right. So what number would you give that normal nervousness?
probably went down to like a 4.
Oh, okay, a 4. Great. So just notice that 4 that's left, right? And just start tapping between your eyes and say, this nervousness is justified.
This nervousness is justified.
Don't take it away from me.
Don't take it away from me.
It's normal to be anxious
It's normal to be anxious
when I have this thought.
when I have this thought,
Tap on this side of the eye, this anxiety,
this anxiety,
how I feel it in my body,
how I feel it in my body,
the symptom of it,
the symptom of it,
what triggers it,
what triggers it,
why I think it's normal.
why I think it's normal,
And tap under the eye, my judgment about it.
my judgment about it.
I just let it go.
I just let it go.
The anxiety,
The anxiety,
the trigger,
the trigger,
the story,
the story,
whatever it is.
whatever it is.
I calm it down now.
I calm it down now.
And then tap on your collarbone. It's safe to calm it down
It's safe to calm it down.
because it's safe to be in my body.
It's safe to be in my body.
And then grab your wrist and squeeze it. Take a nice breath, blow it out. Say the word clear.
Clear.
Then go visit that good memory real quick for a second. The good one that feels really good. And just squeeze your wrist a couple times and just say peace, peace, peace.
Peace, peace.
Yep. Great. Then go back to that, whatever was left, and just see what's left.
Still a little, but again, I feel that's normal.
It's normal. Okay.
So
Good. So
I feel
is
like
it still a 4?
no, it's probably down to a 2.
All right. Right. Well, just notice that it's a 2, right? Right. And just
Yes.
start tapping right now. It's not normal to do it any other way.
It's not normal to do it any other way.
I have to be anxious.
I have to be anxious.
I have to be nervous.
I have to be nervous.
Everybody else would be nervous.
Everyone else would be nervous.
Tap on this side of the eye. This thought,
This thought,
this story,
this story,
this normal nervousness,
this normal nervousness,
wherever it lives in my body,
wherever it lives in my body,
whenever it started,
whenever it started,
whatever the circumstances were,
whatever the circumstances were.
I just let it go.
I just let it go.
And tap under the eye, helping my body calm down even more,
Helping my body calm down even more.
clearing anything in the way of doing that.
Clearing anything in the way of doing that.
And then tap on your collarbone, just letting it go.
Just letting it go.
Safe to let it go.
Safe to let it go.
I deserve to let it go.
I deserve to let it go.
And then grab your wrist and squeeze it. Take a nice breath, blow it out, say the word clear.
Clear.
And go visit your happy memory for a second. Breathe, shrug your shoulders, shake a little bit. Yep. And then squeeze your wrist. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, peace.
And then go back and just whatever that thing was that was bothering you, just play that movie in your mind now. Maybe insert some points of comfort where it could be a little bit easier, a little bit more safe. Can you do that?
Can I tell you what I'm talking about?
If you want to.
It's pitching.
Oh, it's pitching. Yes. Yes.
So I'm not sure. I mean, it is a good question for you.
Yes.
Can you and should you get rid of all of your nerves involved?
Yes, absolutely. Because you've got to be able to be in alignment.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. When we're, in alignment is being centered. When we're nervous, we're over here. We're off to the
Yes.
side. We
Okay.
can't focus. We can't focus, but here. So it's, yeah, that's why it's like all those storylines play in of like, well, everybody else gets nervous. It's supposed to be a normal thing to be nervous.
Right.
I mean, when you and I are having a conversation, are you nervous just having a conversation? No, it just
No.
is like just friends, we're just having a conversation. That's what you do when you're pitching. You're just having a conversation with people. It's just the stakes are higher, right? We put some kind of expectation on it, but really, the more we can just be in our body and be ourselves, the more people are gonna just relate to that. You know,
Sure. Definitely.
in my Get Pitch Ready class, I talk about, find this, find someone in your life, whether it's an actor or a singer or something that you've watched them just exude authenticity. Like
Mhm.
I love Dave Matthews, not because I love all of his music, but because whenever I watch him play, he's just like vibrating authenticity. Like he's just
Right.
so real to watch. I'm like, give me more, give me more. Like I love that flood of authenticity that comes from him. So that's how you want to be when you're expressing yourself. It's just like the words come naturally. You don't feel like you are reading off a script in your mind. You
Right.
can just be having a conversation with people, and you will have done the work to make sure that the audience, of course, is the right audience, and that you know who they are, so that you're pitching to the right people, not just pitching to anybody, or else you
Right.
take somebody
Right.
else's judgment. And that's the problem so much. We pitch to just anybody, and it's like, really? No, they weren't in anywhere alignment with our script at all.
Right. Right.
And then we took their feedback personal. Oh no, that's just a train wreck. No, 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 no. So yeah, so whenever you find yourself needing to go and pitch, it's get into your clear alignment with who you are and what your inspiration was, and know your audience, and be motivated and be excited to tell people, why you're in love with this story and why it's perfect. And when the audience is a match to your authenticity, they will hear your message. When they, if not, then they're just going to hear your nervousness.
Right.
So not normal to be nervous when pitching, normal to be authentic, normal to be
Okay. That
in
is.
your body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
so we can just keep tapping down
Yeah.
that anxiety and that stress and that worry and that fear. But the first few rounds of tapping that we did, I didn't know what you were going through. I didn't know what was really stressing you out. But the minute we get some specifics to it, then we can start to play around with a little bit more of like, okay, why is that belief there? Why is it that you think that you should be anxious at every pitch? And then we can really get to under the covers of that and start to clear that through. So that's the process that I take people through, is to kind of go and look at what's bothering them, go to the worst part, the part that stands out, and really start to clear that through. And just in a few minutes, you were getting relief from like an 8, 9 to a 4 to a 2, and we would just keep working at it until it's 0, and until you can say, hey, I'm going to go and stand in front of this audience that I know is the right audience, and I'm going to go be myself, and I'm going to go share my inspiration from the core of who I am, because that's what they really want. They want me to grab them, and hook them into the deepest level of my expression.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Wonderful.
So
Well,
good.
thanks.
You made me feel so much better. Like it's so.
Wow, good, good. Well, hopefully you'll remember that the next time you're going to go pitch, you know?
I, I will, and I'll go deeper. And I'm going to watch your pitch class as well.
Yes, please go do that. It's free on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description box for everybody to go check it out. It was hosted by the International Screenwriters Association. Yeah, so Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, and just in plug for that too. Feel free, anybody who's getting ready to go pitch, go to my website, screenwritenow.com, and download your free ebook copy of 3 steps to get pitch ready, so that you too can get into clarity and alignment with yourself and have tremendous confidence to be able to pitch your script to your audience. Thank you so much, Rachel, for participating today, and thanks everybody for watching. I look forward to your comments in the description box, and we'll see you on the next tapping video. Bye, everyone.